every day, non-stop. Oh, now the recording. Okay. Yeah. So it is very important for us. What is that we repeat on daily basis? So Khadgamala Stotra has a beautiful epistemology. There are 8 dvipas. There are 8 different kind of world that we create for ourselves. Okay, different kinds of inner dialogues. If you want to wear that Khadgamala to become more strong, have definite virtues in life and defined values in life and walk towards success in a said way or a defined way, this 8 dvipas are something that we need to know. If my world is this. Okay, so in most of the, in the Sankalpa Stotra, we say Bharatavarshe and Jambudvipe. Okay, Jambudvipa is the berry, the island of berries and salt water around. Is your inner dialogue coming from this Dvipa? Means, lot of, when you see what is the nature of berry, the nature of berry is it has 6 tastes inside. All the 6 tastes, all shadrasas or all kinds of tastes. Okay, and it is the land of all 6 tastes means all Arishadvargas are there inside this Dvipa. Are your inner dialogues coming from your Arishadvarga, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada and Matsya? Question, inquiry. Yeah, whenever you develop an idea, ask yourself, where is this coming from? Is that from Jambudvipa? Okay, and how is it covered with salt water? This is water. You are feeling thirsty. Can you drink? No, the solutions what you get outside, you can't drink. You need to heal within. You need to travel inside. This is the nature of Dvipa. Are your inner dialogues getting manufactured in Jambudvipa? Question yourself. Is this intense? Yes or no? Few cameras on.
Very interesting.
It's interesting, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. And the second is plaksha. Fig. So this particular dvipa is fig. How many seeds you see in the fig? Countless, right? When you open it, you don't know. But a small seed can make a big tree. Do you believe that? Yes, this is the nature of fig. You tend to see very close trees, and these trees are very strong, and but looks to be small, but having a greater power to reproduce. That is the nature. So this Dvipa is being covered with sugarcane juice. Can you drink sugarcane juice when you are thirsty? You need water, right? You can't rely on sugar cubes. So this shows that there are sweet people around who are seeding your life, who are seeding your internal dialogues, who are influencing your internal dialogues. But you don't open your eyes. Are these internal dialogues coming from this Plakshadvipa? Tomorrow it is going to become a big tree. There are youngsters who are in Dvipa, 30% of young adults. They are just telling whatever motivation speakers are telling, whatever, money is bringing. They are defining their career through how much money will I make. Yeah, these are all sugarcane juice. This island is covered with sugarcane juice, nice rosy pictures. Okay, but is that what I want to do? There is a complete X to I, me, and mine principles. So are my dialogues coming from this Dvipa? To be questioned. And the third one is Shamali. This is silk cotton. It has the feature of silk and also cotton. So This dvipa is covered with ocean of wine, intoxication, distraction, pleasure of life. Just because I need to booze, okay, I will not take the best decisions of my life. Has to be taken today, but I'll postpone. Procrastination. Shamali is procrastination. Lot of times we don't sit for an inquiry session, we postpone. Array, today is this day. Yo, I have so much of work. Let me do it tomorrow. No, there is no best thing in this world that you can give to yourself that 2 minutes to inquire and settle down. So, are your internal dialogues having the nature of Shamali, which is covered with intoxication, distractions, postponing, and preoccupations, giving reasons, excuses? Ayo, I don't have time. Okay, I have my responsibilities. We give excuses. 100 excuses we have. Yeah. So, are your internal dialogues being manufactured by these excuses? Lot of times we see the black hole, but we don't want to tell ourselves that is a black hole because we think by plugging the problem it will be solved. No, by plugging the problem, the size of the problem, the volume of the problem keep exponentially growing. Yeah. Next is a beautiful dvipa, kusha dvipa. This is darbha. How much sharp it is, you can kill somebody. You create that dvipa for yourself and kill yourself. Our internal dialogues like you nurture it, you grow it, and self castigation, self harming, whatnot, suicidal tendencies. And you know what is it covered with? Ghee. The dvipa is ghee. Okay, the solution is not easy, man. Once you get into self castigation, how is ghee made? Milk is your thought, that one thought. What you make? You keep that milk aside to curd. That becomes curd. Your thought will become curd. And you don't leave that. You nag and nag and nag and make it butter. And you put this thought on fire and make it ghee. Right? And kill yourself. End of the day. Or your internal dialogues cannot find solution unless until it is being put on heat. You need to beat it. It's very difficult. So are your internal dialogues getting manufactured in Kushadvipa? Where you are preparing the weapon not to fight your battle but to kill yourself. Yeah. The next interesting is Krauncha Dvipa. Krauncha is a bird, heron. Okay, is this? There are flying huts, which is beautiful. All goals are written, all resolutions are written, beautifully colored. Now you get journal book, no? Stickers, coloring with different sizes, stencils. Yo, when I open my journal book, it's so beautiful. Crouch it is. Oh, but it is not Hamsa. It can come and sting you anytime. Okay. But I don't follow it after 1 week. I forget where is the journal book. Forget about goals, forget about dreams. So these are our internal dialogues getting manufactured in Krauncha Deepa. So Krauncha Deepa is ocean of curds. When our thoughts get stale, we procrastinate, we postpone, we don't take life seriously. So don't get your thought get curdled in life. Give it a shape. Give it a shape when it is hot, when it is, really in a condition where you can apply that pressure and energy to shape. So this is Crown Shadeepa, where your thoughts are all in your assumptions. Your inner dialogues are, Array, why did I born? Ayo, nobody know. Was that in our hands? So thinking of something impossibilities, unrealistic thoughts, telling yourself, Ayo, would have been a queen if I have married that person who came to see me for the first time. That is not in your hands, man. Already you're married, two kids, right? So Kraunchadvipa is putting that quotation yourself in between those quotation marks. If this would have been there, I would have been this. If this would have been there, right? If I would have been fair, no, I would have got a nice partner. If I would have been this, I would have done that. If my parents would have sent me to convent, I would have studied. This is Kraunchadipa. Not living with reality. Okay, always flying, thinking that, I'm a Hamsa. Changing, trying to change the reality. So the next is Shakadvipa, which is made out of teak, hard wood, very rigid and stubborn. No, my father told this is going to happen. No, the astrologer told you are not supposed to study science. Parampara, sanskar, what not? We give fancy names for all this, right? So growing teak in my own dvipa and thoughts are so rigid and it is covered with milk, Sudha Sagar. So the solution is just beside. Because of rigidity, I don't look at this. There is a beautiful painting that Raja Ravi Verma's, if you can get it, please. I think if Nilima has that, Nilima, that one painting that I shared during Garbha Sanskar, I believe, which talks about liberation, that a person hanging, the god
Ah,
is
yes,
just
ma'am.
beside, he's stretching his hand, he's not looking at that.
Yes, ma'am. I do,
Looking
ma'am.
at the cobra, the elephants, the rats outside. So just the God is stretching hand. So this dvipa is that which will avoid your internal dialogues, will not let you see that easy solution which is just available because of grudges, rigidity, stubbornness, not having that humility, no kshamatva, no. So that kind of dvipa. And then the most beautiful dvipa is Pushkara. We have named a lot of, ponds as Pushkara. You go and take bath, you will get purified. Why? Because Pushkara Dvipa is made of lotus, wisdom. And what kind of wisdom? Blue lotus. It has been beautifully, scripted so beautifully. Blue roses. What does blue roses mean? Blue is the symbolic presentation of creativity. Are your internal dialogues creative? Are your internal dialogues are so spiritual? Lot of times we don't manufacture these things. We are more really religious than being spiritual. Okay. So the real roses real lotus we forget that pink, the white roses. We will paint it with blue. Right? So no need to beautify spirituality. Spirituality itself is beautiful. Don't need to add creativity to it. So self-actualization is just understanding the way you are. So if your internal dialogues are beautifying your life, but nothing is happening, at a practical end, we need to stand and question. Yeah. So this is being covered with sweet water, jaggery. You know, that paka, jaggery paka, that once you touch it, it will stick to it. I see people getting into these kind of trauma, ma'am, Shri Yantra, I kept it in my puja room. I gave Naivedyam. Every day I feel guilty if I don't do it. Don't do it, yeah. No energy on this earth is a sadist, right? Do it how you know to do it. Do it according to principles. So a lot of times we touch those jaggery thing and we can't get away out of it. Okay? Don't have sticky thoughts in your life. That is not going to take you forward. It will you will get glued to whatever that you stand for or stand on. Yeah, that is about Pushkara. Lavana Dvipa, completely salt. Blaming parents for giving birth, nothing else. Internal dialogues are all if I would have born to Ambani, I would have been happy. Because I'm born to this person, all my life is because of these two people. The more and more we tend to curse, or we tend to look at the results in the roots, okay, the internal dialogues becomes salty. We need salt, but not to that level that we eat it like food. We can't. So roots, we need roots. We need to know about the roots, not cut the roots, not blame the roots, not to disrespect the roots. Yeah, this country has given me so much. My people has given me so much. My family has given me so much. It doesn't mean that it has given me only, it was a bed of roses. No. This country, my people, and my students, my mentors, my team, my family, everybody has given different shades. End of the day, I don't want to manufacture my internal dialogues being salty by nature. Right. So these are all the different demographic details of the manufacturers of your internal dialogues, if I have to precisely put it across. So anyone, if you can share your thoughts, probably you could understand the texture where your internal dialogues are coming from. What is that you speak to yourself?
Ma'am, may I ask you something?
Yeah.
Okay. When you were saying the first thing about inquiring and questioning, questioning is outside and inquiring is towards inside. So, as far as I understood from all that I heard, is that we are all seekers, like we question and get to understand a lot of things.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
how do we understand the subtle difference between this and that, and where do we stop ourselves to go down or go inside us to inquire?
Yes. Such a beautiful question. We need to question, we need to ask to get answers, of course. But is that coming from curiosity or is that coming from concern? What is the color of your question? The questioning has a process. Say that argument, if that is the byproduct, debate can be a very good byproduct, not argument. Okay, questioning can create a forum for debate. That you have a point, you make it. The other person has a better point, he'll make it, you make it. The other person, the people around will enjoy this because it is informatory. It is going to exercise their introspection. But in argument, you are sucking their energy. People around are tired of looking. Okay, questioning the color of questions are very important. Is that curiosity based? Is that going to contribute something either to yourself or world if you are asking a question, or is that just to test the person, how much the person know? And there is a fantasy of asking the questions just to show people how much they know. Yeah, if that is questioning, then it is not coming from gut and heart. It is coming from head. Just that we need to look whenever we go for an inquiry session or questioning session, is that coming from my gut? Is that coming from my heart? Are emotions involved? Or or these questions have a nature of having solutions for ABC things that I have in my life? If this is not the property of that questioning, then questioning is definitely coming from the ego side. Either to prove myself better or to tell the other person you are not right. Arguments. Right? Did I answer your question, Nima?
Yes, ma'am, 100%.
Yeah. So there is something called as vibes of Brahmanda. And don't take internal dialogues as the natural journey. It is going to create a world for you and your loved ones. How is that? It's a beautiful scripture in Mandukya Upanishad, which help us understand how the being mindful or understanding Turiya. Turiya is the fourth state of mind. That is, one is your waker state that you are listening to me. Your sleeping state when you are sleeping, dreamer state when you are dreaming. There is another state called Turiyan state. Lot of times, if you observe, we practice mindfulness for a reason that are going to push us down the line, not up the ladder. When you are gossiping, you see the focus. It will be exponentially high. Ah, she did this. Ah, in your all imagination will come, all kind of mindfulness, all properties of mindfulness. But when we are defining about who am I, why am I, no, you will tell, oh, this is not meditation. I'm getting so much of other thoughts and all that. If that can happen, this should happen. Yeah. So why this is very important for us today? As a gift, I feel it's a gift for this new year to understand the internal dialogue. One's internal dialogues can affect the whole family. Why? Because this universe has been fabricated, and it is fabricated on three very important things. One is voice, the pranavam, the omkar. Okay. The other one is prakriti. What you touch, what you feel, the forest, the planets, the solar system, the universe completely, and Purusha, that is consciousness. So if one's internal dialogues can create vibrations like crazy, and already it is being said that if you are in this, the vibrations is going to get exponentially high. That is why practicing spirituality is difficult. Practicing all this gossips, arguments, fighting, and all easy. You don't have to have a guru in life for all this. For this, we want guru. Who taught us gossiping? Nobody. But why mindfulness should need a guru? There is an answer in Mandukya Upanishad. To attain Turyam state, we need to know the vibrations in Brahmanda. Okay, what kind of vibration? 10 to the power of 1. Every day, I say Nilima, Nilima, Nilima. That's a vibration. My voice is creating certain things for me also. It's not that when I call Nilima's name, it affects me more than Nilima. That is how universe is fabricated. That is how this being woven, the webs and webs of this clothing is like that. The fabric is like that. Okay. So 10 to the power of 1 is my voice. How I call people's name. Ram. You can't call, that's why we have deities in life. At least let me call these deities so that I'll rationalize my life to some extent. That is the reason we keep this God name to our son and daughters. At least I have that, but now forget all that has gone. We need to create another word for us. So, this is 10 to the power of 1. How I call another name. How do I listen my own voice? Yeah. Every day, if I call Nilima, 6 o'clock, I will be affected more than Nilima. Nilima is still sleeping. I am shouting. I am listening my own voice. That's the first correction we need to make. It creates 10 to the power of 1 vibes. Okay, 10 to the power of 10. Voice plus focus. What is that I think about Nilima while calling her name? 10 to the power of 10. That is why forgiveness should be followed in life. Yeah. If I don't forgive her, how will I call her name? She'll be like, that Nilima. I'm listening my own voice. So the vibration, the negative vibration around me or positive vibration around me is more than my voice now. My focus. Where is my focus? Hey, chalo ya, Nilima is my yar. This will happen, yeah. We confront. Ayo, this is New Year. How can I have this lady, this imagination? I love her crazily. Actually, I love her. Okay. So, such a sweet relationship I and Nilima have. I don't call her actually, but I definitely manifest for her. She's very close to my heart. It is not that every day I pamper her, I call her, how are you, mean Nilima, what is going on in you? She won't ask me, I don't ask her, but end of the day, we are there in each other's life. So talking doesn't mean anything for me. There are people who talk on the phone like 1 hour doing nothing, lip sympathy. That's all. You are going to create a bad wife for people around. 10 to the power of 10 everywhere. So, what is your focus whenever you speak about that person? Yeah. So, the next thing is 10 to the power of 100. What is that vibration? Negative or positive? It's there in your hands. Huh? Okay. One is your voice, comes your focus, and comes your experience with Nilima. See, whoever it is, you have bad and good experience, don't put them into sockets. Nobody is perfect, yeah, neither me, you. Nobody on this earth. So why do we expect from people? If I am allowed to do these mistakes in my life, another person is doing it, that's okay. How is my experience with this relationship? Relationship matters, right? The relationship with that plant, that relationship with my morning sun, morning tea, coffee, water, whatever I touch and feel. Yeah. So this is very important. This creates 10 to the power of 100, that is bigger than voice and focus. So if you are cooking with the experience of, yeah, you have to 8 o'clock, all that, just think the quality of food. You would have added the best nutrition to this, but this food is as equal to the stale one in the dustbin. And especially you're preparing this for your kid, think what is that you are giving your kid. End of the day. Yeah. 10 to the power of 1,000. Want to do, but you don't. You know, that happens every time we think of a relationship. I want to go and tell sorry to Nilima and get it done, but I don't. Ego. So this is 10 to the power of 1,000 vibrations. I'm creating that negative for myself. I want to do it. I like her. Whenever I see on Chithana, no, I feel like speaking. I am feeling like, forgive ya, Nilima. This is Asha. No, please. I want to tell, but something is stopping me. I'm not doing it. Let me do. Let her do. I'm the founder. Yeah, how can I go? She has to come. So many principles, so much of rigidity in life. Not being simple, making simple life complicated. I don't want to go. So thus that will create liberation. Liberation is the ultimate answer. Okay? And then 10 to the power of 10,000. Okay? You don't want to do it, but you'll do it. Just to please others. This Sushma is on always Zoom. She's watching me. Just because Sushma is seeing me, I'm talking nicely to Nilima. I don't want to do, but I do. And 10 to the power of lack. What is that? Suppressed action. I will not do anything. Yeah. I'll not even think about it. And somebody is telling, Arey, Nilima got a new car. Ah, I don't enjoy somebody's progress. I don't, she might be my close friend. I smile, but under ke andar different dialogues are going in. 10 to the power of 1 lakh vibration. That is, I don't even realize that this is killing me. This poison is killing me. I think it is killing somebody else. No, yeah, you are killing yourself. Yeah. The maximum vibration is created by cursing, thinking negative on others. In Brahmanda, it is said that you are going to these are the people whom there are 5 aranyas for punishments. Yeah, can I continue or stop here? Oh my God, it's
Continue.
already
Please
time.
continue, ma'am.
Continue, ma'am.
Please
So
continue.
Uh,
interesting.
yeah. So
Please
it
don't
is
stop, ma'am.
so this is where we can rebuild ourselves, that internal dialogues and the way we live. One is Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya is 1 minute forest. The forest was made in 1 minute. Aranya is a forest. And for what is the significance of being in the forest? Enjoying the silence, number one. Yeah. So you be yourself because you know that you need to collaborate only with yourself. You need to save, you need to protect, you need to do everything for yourself. You need to hunt, you need to eat, you need to do all that. There is no support system except the Prakriti. The second thing is you will be able to touch your senses there in the forest. If you sit in the flowing water in the forest, just sit silently. You'll be able to feel that air. You'll be able to visualize. You'll be able to hear. So it is macro level. Sitting on your bed silently and sitting in a on the lap of nature is very different experience. And the third thing is it is going to completely detoxify your energy through your breath. You take in, you leave out mental pollution and the physical pollution. All that is detoxified. And number four is you will be able to justify your presence. You will never feel inexistent when you are on the lap of nature. So that is why the punishments are all in forests, but different virtues. So Nimisharanya, this forest was created in 1 minute. Okay. There existed rishis, there existed, intellectual people. So those inner dialogues which did not have directions, they were actually good people, but they wanted a direction. So they were sent to Naimisharanya. So when you are missing that direction, today you realize, okay, this is the nature of my internal dialogue. So I am poisoning my own world. If you realize you need that direction, if you find that direction, okay, this is where the Naimisharanya works. That you got your spiritual evolution, then behave that evolution. That is, you are entitled to, give direction for 10 more people. And those 10 more people to 100 more people. That's how Naimisharanya works. So those people were sent to Naimisharanya who did not have direction, who used to poison themselves without having that. And number two is Dandakaranya. Danda is punishment. So you're not listening, you're so rigid. Okay. Dandam dashagunam bhavet. It's like dashaguna. Okay, if you don't learn, okay, beat nicely and hold that cane. Okay, this is the smallest forest. So Danda doesn't require much space. People will understand. So usually, today we are forcibly bringing Dandakaranya to our life because we have become rigid. We are questioning everything. We are not believing the believer. Nothing is happening. Yeah. Number three is Brihadaranya. Brihadaranya is hill, a forest on a hill. Usually we go to hill station for why? For relaxation, all that. This is a trauma healing forest. So if your past experiences are producing in your internal dialogues, then please don't design your future with this. They'll go take them, Brihadaranya. Okay, they'll make them relax. Arunachala. Have you visited Arunachala hill? That is that is brother. You go, you get healed, and you come back. Yeah. And the fourth one is Bilvarani. Why do we give Bilva to Shiva? Consciousness. There it's like hypnotism. Sometimes nothing works, hypnotism should be administered. I need to know, I need to delete lot of things. Okay, clutters in my mind. So that is Bilvaranya, opening the third eye for those people who are stuck in the past, who want to do but is so helpless, need that external guidance, need that healing. Okay. And the fifth one is karma aranya. We create our own aranya wherever we are through our actions. That is our karma aranya. So these are all the five aranyas or places for you to, change the way you think, the change the way you emote, the way you express, so that you don't poison your own life. Today's session was to detoxify our own self before we try or before we think of detoxifying the entire nation, government, whatnot. Okay? Detoxify our own self. Spend that quality time to do this because one person with right vibration can create amazing effect, and that is nation building exercise according to me. And the configuration, what we carry on our head is our aura. Whether it is 10 to the power of 10 or lakh, that's yours. And that is the weight that you carry for the entire life. So on this new year, try to remove those weight, become weightless, and try to fly in life. That's an amazing experience. If you ask me, are you flying? No, I'm trying to fly. Yeah.
Thank you,
Nilima, I
ma'am.
think my throat is a little bit bad today. I can take only one question.
Yes, ma'am. I think there is only one question by Archana, ma'am. So she is saying that if I have a complacent self-talk where I am non-judgmental and peaceful with self, people outside feel that I am no longer ambitious or wanting to get more. So how to deal with this and how do we then answer this for ourselves?
Yeah. This is being spiritual in samsara. Okay. So in Bhajagovindam, there's one thing Adi Shankara has clearly mentioned. If you are worried about external, don't travel internal. If you are traveling internal, don't worry about the external world. You cannot manage or balance this. Okay. So it is, and you don't have a boat. Okay. But what I can say is you can create your boat, that is your guru. Because we in our life, what kind of boat we know or we want, we don't know. Which kind of boat can carry us in the spiritual world. Okay. When you have a guru, they will tell you this is what it is. You need to make it with the wood. Array, you are keeping iron. Bring some wood. This is going to sink. This is going to float. All that guru will tell. And once you make that boat and you are already sitting and ready to navigate, there are people who are holding this drilling machine. And there are people who are standing there with rowers. It is your choice. Whom are you allowing? Guru has directed you. You have a vision. Now your destiny is fixed. Because of those pressure, if you are allowing these people, they are going to definitely drill your boat. You are going to sink, right? That decision making is very difficult in samsara because that person who is holding the drilling machine can be my own sister, can be my own brother or husband or a child, can be anything. But if you have decided to navigate in the spiritual world, this much of hard aspect has to sit here. Okay, I will allow them to my boat and see that the drilling mission is in my hands. That much can be balanced. Allow everybody, or whomever you want, but see what they are carrying in their hands. Take that away. That is when you give that thought what people think, you're allowing them to drill your boat. You don't care what people thinking. You have the rights of your life and you navigate where you want is all about self-actuality. Archana, after a long time, I'm seeing I'm a very happy. to see you like this in this forum and
Even same here, ma'am. It's been a
possessing this mind. Happy New Year to everybody, and especially Archana is so close to my heart.
thank you,
And,
ma'am.
Happy New
Archana,
Year, everybody.
it's a divine feeling to see you on screen today. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And I think this is the new beginning for the new year. And I'm having my guru in front of me, starting off with how am I supposed to navigate for this year? Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So thank you everybody for bearing me for 1 hour and
No,
see
no,
you
no.
next week with a different topic. And I will be very happy if you are sending those topics to Nilima, which you want me to share it with you, whatever little knowledge I have. And it will be definitely not nice on me if I am telling I am speaking. Some radiance, some force, or some energy which you have manifested is speaking to you. And if you have got your answers, I'm so happy. If you are exploring your answers, I'm more happy. Thank you and
Thank you
pranams.
so much, ma'am. Thank you so
Gurubhi
much.
Thank you
Nama.
so much, madam.
Yeah,
Happy New Year to all.
yeah.
Bye,
Happy.
everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. See you all
Happy
next
New
week.
Year to all.
Happy New Year, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.